Alright. Why am I nervous? I'm out of practice. Okay. Is it Coke Zero and not coffee in my mug? Yeah. Why? Because I think the aesthetic of a coffee mug is a lot cuter than a can, especially since it's like cozy winter-ish. Stop messing around. Here we go. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So, a little update, just a little chitty chatty video for you today. I just got it in my mind that I wanted to record, so here we go. So currently we are on Tuesday, the 22nd. It's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Toby is coming in today. I'm so excited. He's on the plane as we speak. In fact, I need to keep my phone out just in case he needs something. He is on his way. I have not seen him since the end of May when we left California. He had stayed in California to do college, and I miss him so much. And since he's a boy, he's not the greatest at FaceTiming and that kind of stuff, so I really feel like I have not seen him in, what is it, June, July, August, September, October, November, like 5 months. Oh my gosh. So he's coming for Thanksgiving, and that's really exciting. House update, because that house tour and all that footage was shot a while back. That was when we were still very hopeful that it would be 3 weeks until we actually close. 3 weeks from our original close date, because in that video you saw, and if you didn't, go watch it, you can see my cute little house. Originally it was going to be 3 weeks because there was an issue with probate on the seller's side, something that just, you know, land has been traded between family and things, and the paperwork didn't read right, so we thought easy peasy, it's going to be a quick fix. 3 weeks. We'll still close before Halloween. Well, that came and went, and then the next date after that was November, this week, and unfortunately the judge, the only judge who presides over probate cases in this area, his mom had some kind of cardiac issue happen, and the prognosis isn't good. Doesn't look like she's gonna make it, so he has rescheduled all his hearings, which ours being one of them, to December, the beginning of December, which for us that means we've already extended more than once to try to keep our same rate, because interest rates are crazy right now. They've already gone up 2 points since we first initially did our paperwork, and actually they've gone down back to like a point above what we had locked in, but we have to redo all of that. So our lender is calling in one last audible, one last favor to pray that they, since it's like unforeseen circumstances from all of us, if they could extend it just a little bit longer. So now our new closing hope and prayer is middle of December. Say a prayer for us, because this has been such a roller coaster ride. While we are renting the house, we can't make any changes, which I am constantly looking around and wanting to update. That was part of the excitement of buying a house for me, was the fact that I would get to like personalize it, because I've been living in rentals for 12 years now. And so the idea of getting to paint however I want and like redo stuff. And when we got this house, we love the bones of it, but definitely some of the aesthetics of it needed updating to be to my liking. So yeah, we can't do any of that until we actually close, which is really rough, because then I'm gonna want to get to work, and I also want to decorate for Christmas, but I have these atrocious like vertical blinds and stuff everywhere. It's just making me crazy. So I'm so thankful to be in our home, for the sellers to allow us to rent it from them and not be in the camper anymore. Like, I'm so grateful. Don't not hear that, but I'm definitely ready for it to close and to finally be ours and just get to move forward in some of the fun things we want to do here. So that's that update. It's been so stressful. It's been so stressful. Something I think I've shared in a video, not positive. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you'll see it more, that I've shared that my mental health really tanked in this last season. It surprised me. Like, I felt like I had so many safeguards in place to fight against my own demons in a way, that when it really got out of control, it shocked me So, I mean, obviously there has been a lot of very stressful situations in this last 5 months. Leaving my son in California, leaving our church, leaving careers that we had worked a lifetime for, leaving so many things, coming to the complete unknown, not knowing where we're living, not knowing what job Brad would have, or if I would have a job, if the kids would go to school, a home, all those things. But being specifically in the camper, I felt very, very vulnerable the whole time. And maybe I could do a whole nother video. I really don't want this to be it. But it really triggered a lot of things in me I just didn't foresee. I had daily panic attacks, which that's real fun if you've ever experienced those. I couldn't sleep at night. Like, someone mentioned it and I forgot that this happened, like when you have a newborn and the sun starts going down and you just get anxious because you know, like, the nighttime is coming, things are going to be more difficult. I got that every single night. As soon as the sun went down, just anxious feelings. So I'm saying all this to lead up to what I'm going to say. In order to kind of combat some of these things, I've really just tried to do some escapism things, like watching movies and TV shows, and I've gotten back into reading fiction books, just to escape my brain and take me to a happier place and kind of just break the negative cycle, negative self-talk, negative thinking, and go somewhere a little bit happier. So I want to share some of the things that I've been loving lately. I know that was a really big lead up to this, but I just recently, like within this month, started reading nonfiction. I actually have reading fiction. I actually have one nonfiction book that I did read that I highly, highly recommend. And then some TV shows and movies and things like that. Just like, I don't know, this might be a thing. What I'm doing to escape my brain lately, I don't know. Is that a thing? Anyways, great TV shows, great movies, and all that kind of stuff. So, first book I'm going to talk about, because I have the physical copy of it, it's called Take Back Your Family by Jefferson Bethke. I also read his To Hell with a Hustle. Great book. I highly recommend both of them, especially coming into the season that I'm coming into, like out of that hustle culture, out of having a job outside the home, that kind of thing. Not that you need that, but it really brings into perspective what's important and what's not. And this Take Back Your Family does that again with the family thing. One of the things is from Tyrants of Burnout, Busyness, Individualism, and the Nuclear Family. Take Back Your Family, embrace the radical Christian framework for creating family teams, understand what it means to do life multi-generationally, with other families, create a family mission that energizes you and your kids, develop family habits that lead to flourishing and peace. And part of the reason I got this book coming into this season, I got this back in California actually, when it was released. I knew now that we have only 3 kids living at home, living in a new state, living with new rhythms, things were going to change and the foundation was getting shifted, and I wanted something good to build on our new foundation, or, you know, take things that we did well with the older kids and add new ideas. And this was just so great. Like, it was just so great. It's just really opens your eyes to how siloed we are as a family. In general speaking, I loved the multi-generational aspect of it. I'm a grandma now, so obviously I want to build a family that grandmas are included in life of the kids and that kind of thing. So really great book. 2 that I don't have. One I listened to Audible. It was called A Sky Painted Gold. I'll put like a picture somewhere of the cover. This was the first one that I jumped into, my nonfiction, like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I have an Audible credit, let me just do it. I was not disappointed at all. It was so good. It was just this really wholesome, like, feeling book. Just great Gatsby vibes, like set in the 20s, set in like that, you know, debutante type just party scene, and this really cute girl trying to find her way. She's turning 18 and just wanting to find her own way, coming from a small village and seeing like this awesome extravagant lifestyle of some of the richer people on the island. So good. A little bit of romance, nothing bad at all, like spicy wise. be a few scenes that were like, you feel the angst of the characters falling in love, which I loved. And like I said, I listened to it on Audible, and so the narrator has a British accent because it's set in England, and I'm here for a British accent any time of day. So it was so good. I really recommend it, really love it. The next one, I actually borrowed it, so I don't have a physical copy anymore, although I think I'll be getting one, but it was Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. That was so good. So again, I'm re-entering into the fiction world, so I'm trying to figure out like what I like. I know when I was a kid, I loved reading the Goosebumps books, the Nancy Drew books, like the mystery books, and fantasy books. Like I've read all the Divergent series, which I don't think that's fantasy. Twilight. What are fantasy ones I read as a kid? I don't know. I've read some of the classics like The Secret Garden. I want to reread Little Women, Harry Potter. I only physically read 3 books, and then we became Christians, and in that time frame the church really did not like Harry Potter, and so I wasn't allowed to read the rest of them, and I kind of grew up and just kind of went out of it, and the movies came out, so I've watched the movies, but I want to read the rest of the books, and so I think I'll be reading through that series again. But anyway, we could debate that later if you would like. But that is ones that I am kind of drawn to. So anyway, Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. I just wanted to see, okay, what's like an adult mystery or adult version of like some of my Nancy Drew and that kind of thing. Goosebumps, more horror, but like those were somewhat of a mystery. And Agatha Christie is the queen of mystery writing. So I thought, I've never read one of her books, let me try. This is one everyone recommends, and it was so good. So I am usually one who can figure out a plot. I know who the killer is right away. Like, it annoys everyone who watches a movie with me because I'm like, yeah, I already knew that. And it was so good. Like, I didn't guess. I even told Brad, I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell you who I think it is. He's not reading it, by the way. So he was just kindly appeasing my crazy, oh, hang on, child. Okay, I'm back, sorry. Everyone's very excited to pick up Toby and want to know when, even though I've already told him 1,000 times. Okay, so it was really great. I told Brad who I thought it was, and I said, when I finish it, I'll let you know if I was right. Just as like an accountability, like, you know, so I couldn't lie to myself and say, oh no, I figured it out. So good. So I definitely will be picking up more of hers. There's a Herculean, how do you say it? Herculean Christmas? I don't know. Anyways, I want to pick up more of her books. I think that was really great. It was really just, the build-up was kind of, it took me a minute, but then once I got going, I couldn't put it down. I wanted to know who did it? So that was really, really great. And then, have I read anything else? I haven't, but I want to do another video, and I have some books coming that I want to read through December, and they're more Christmassy themed. A few of the like cozy mysteries. I have one fantasy book that I want. Again, I'm just trying to figure out what kind of genre, and kind of like TV, I kind of like everything, so I don't think I'll be disappointed in any one genre. I'm not like, I probably won't be reading horror. I definitely won't be reading smutty romance. But romance, like rom-com, that kind of stuff I'm fine with, but I don't want to basically read like, you know, like the really spicy romances. That's just not my jam. It makes me uncomfortable. So I don't want to do that. But one on the list that I did pick up, Legends and Lattes, which this is a fantasy one. I'm super excited about this one. I have been seeing all over BookTube, everyone loving it, Bookstagram, all that stuff. Everyone's loving this one, so I'm definitely excited for that one. Movies. Let me go quick because my battery's gonna die. We watched A Boy Called Christmas. That's a great one to start your holiday season. Definitely Santa Claus driven, so if one of your convictions is to not have Santa Claus, maybe don't watch it, but I still really can appreciate the story and what it's trying to do. So, A Boy Called Christmas, it's really great. We watched Knives Out because half the book recommendations that I have are like, it has Knives Out vibes. Well, I've never seen Knives Out. So we watched that last night. So good. I actually am going to rewatch it because we rented it. So I want to watch it one more time before it's done. So after this video, that's what I'm going to go do, is rewatch that. We watched Stranger Things during October. I loved it. I loved it. Again, I was Goosebumps girl growing up, so some of that horror stuff doesn't bother me. Some of it I think is like, if it's like a demon possession, I like can't do that. Things that like can be real really stress me out, but like thought up monsters don't really stress me out or like freak me out because I just know it's someone's imagination. And Stranger Things was so good. Like, it was so good. I watched Gilmore Girls for the very first time in my life. That was like September, October. I went through all 7 seasons, just like gobbling it up. Actually, that started in like August. Really, when my anxiety was really bad, I started Gilmore Girls because I knew it would be like lighthearted. I could escape to Stars Hollow and just have a happy day. So I watched Gilmore Girls. What else have we watched? We've watched all the Harry Potter series again in October. And I can't think of anything else. Oh, Manifest. Brad and I had started it a long time ago when it first was on, and I think with COVID, like they stopped filming seasons or something. And so the new season, we realized, oh, we need to watch it. So we just watched the newest season, which I'll be honest, it wasn't my favorite. Like, I really liked season 1 and 2 of Manifest. Season 3, I started getting like, I don't know. And season 4, I was even more like, I just don't know. I think it's worth watching, but I wouldn't say it's like gonna be a rewatch for me. When I really like a show, I'll rewatch it till the cows come home. Like Friends, I've watched 16 times all the way through or something crazy like that. Gilmore Girls, I'm gonna watch again. Stranger Things, I'll probably watch again. But I don't think Manifest I'll ever watch again. Yellowstone, I've watched a billion times. Who's loving this new season already? Last night's episode, hopefully you've watched it. Beth, my like alter ego would be Beth, like for sure. If I wasn't like refined and sweeter, like yeah, I think my alter ego is Beth. She's my favorite, and the way she loves her husband. Don't mess with my husband or my kids, and I'll go Beth Dutton on you, okay? What else? I think that's it. My battery's dying, so it's stressing me out. So I'm gonna end this video here. There'll be more like this to come. Like I said, I have a little bit of a book haul coming that I'm gonna share with you with some like Christmas reads and just me getting reintroduced to this land of fiction reading and just escapism TV, that kind of thing. I hope you enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Like, subscribe, join our tribe. I'm here with all kinds of different content all the time. Hopefully soon you'll get some DIY content of me redoing this house. Let's all pray together, okay? Please pray for us. I really want to close on this house. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. I hope you're having a great day. Bye, guys.